Have you guys ever wanted to invest in real estate, but you didn't have those really high down payments? I'm talking $25,000 down payments in order to get into real estate. Well, stick around because in this video, I'm going to explain one concept called paper landlording that I think you might be interested in. For those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Eugen Vasquez, and on this channel, we talk about all things investing, personal finance, real estate, some self-development and some lifestyle. So let's get into the video about what I'm talking about when I'm talking about paper landlording and how you can get invested into real estate starting today with something as low as 50 bucks. So what I'm talking about is investing into REITs, real estate investment trusts. All right. These are companies that go out and purchase income producing assets like multifamily, like storage, like industrial, like farmland, like data centers, and the whole gamut across the spectrum of real estate. Now, there are 3 pros that I'm going to give you and 3 cons about real estate investment trusts that I think you should be aware of before you go out and start buying these things. All right. First pro, real estate investment trusts are very liquid. Okay, so if you're going to put your money into REITs, you can go in and click sell and get your money out as soon as possible, right? Or within a couple seconds, right? Versus you purchasing physical real estate, there's transaction costs, there's wait times, negotiations, and you're going to have to be paying an exorbitant amount of taxes on that real estate anyways. So REITs offer a little bit more advantage when it comes to being a landlord because you could be a paper landlord and click sell and get your money out of that REIT lickety split. So the second pro that I love about REITs and being a paper landlord is that you're not involved in anything in the day-to-day operations. When you're investing in a REIT, that REIT has professional management teams, professionals, experts. They have everything needed to run a proper real estate investment company. They have in-house property management. They have people who can go out and get quotes so they can hire the contractors to go fix stuff. They are developers, they're redevelopers, they know how to do ground up development. These are professional real estate companies. And me as an investor, all I want is my money. I want you to pay me what you owe me, and that is in the form of a dividend. Real estate investment trusts will pay me a nice dividend between 3 and 6%. So that means for every $10,000, I could be making $300 to $600. Now, wait, I get it. That's not a lot. You're not making a ton of money. What is this garbage? So let me break it down for you real quick. Compound interest, DRIP, dividend reinvestment plan. Let me also give you something else to think about. If you put $10,000 into a house that gives you 50 bucks in profit or cash flow every single month, right? Over 12 months, you're going to be making $600, right? But if a tenant messes up something at the house and breaks the garage door, the roof collapses, destroys a water heater, puts holes in the walls, you have to repair all of that. You have to pay for all of that. So that $600 you made in that property quickly becomes negative, and you're actually paying just to maintain that property. Whereas with a REIT, you're not paying for anything. You're getting passive, true passive income. You didn't have to work hard for it. All right. The third pro that I love about REITs is the fact that they have professional management teams, right? These companies are invested in thousands of apartments across the nation. They're not invested in one house or 2 houses or maybe a small apartment building like 3 to 5 units, maybe even 6 or 7 units. No, they're investing in tens and thousands of units. So when you invest your money into a REIT, you're actually investing in across a gamut of apartment buildings, right? They could be thousands of apartment buildings. So even if one tenant did not pay something or one tenant broke something, it's not going to destroy your whole cash flow, right? You may not even notice it. So that is the 3 pros about investing into REITs, and that's kind of the beauty of being a paper landlord. Now, 3 cons of investing into REITs, because everything has a con, right? There are drawbacks when investing in REITs. And I'm going to give you 3 drawbacks. One is the volatility in share price. If you buy a REIT, today it's worth $100. Tomorrow it could be worth 95. The next day after that could be worth 80, right? But the day after that, maybe it's worth 101, right? You have no control over the price or over the share price. And that is something you have to deal with. That is something you have to live with, right? The only thing that can make up for that is the long-term growth, right? Holding on to that. But that's only if you could deal with the volatility of owning REITs, because REITs are traded on the public stock exchange, just like a normal stock would. All right. So that is a con. A second con is that REITs are not tax advantaged vehicles like real estate. All right, this is true. Now, REITs, they do enjoy tax advantages at the REIT level, but for you as the investor, you don't get really much of any of those benefits. However, if you're investing into physical real estate, you get depreciation, you get tax write-offs, you get this and that. You get different write-offs for owning physical real estate, but when you own REITs, you don't really get any of that. You do get a 20% deduction on the income that you get from the dividends, right? But talk to a, CPA, talk to someone that actually knows more about that. I'm just some guy on YouTube. The third con about REITs is that they can actually stop or slash the dividend. And when they do that, then the share price will inevitably take a dive. Now, the problem with that is if you're an income investor and you're investing for cash flow, and all of a sudden this 5% dividend paying REIT is now only paying 2% or maybe less, they're not paying any dividend, then you are making essentially no income from this dividend for your investment. And probably more likely than not, the shares are starting to, sell off and you're losing your investment. So that is another con that I would associate with REITs. However, talking from experience, I enjoy being a paper landlord. I enjoy not having to deal with the day-to-day management of a property. I enjoy not having to fight and argue with a property manager who should have my best interests at, in their minds, but they don't. They're trying to nickel and dime me for every little thing. Alternatively, I'm not fighting with tenants. All right, the tenants aren't breaking things in my REITs, and if they are, I don't know about it, right? And I don't have to deal with it. So I like this idea, this concept of paper landlording, and I have been moving a lot of my own portfolio, selling off. I actually sold off all my properties and moved them all into REITs. REITs right now are not favored by the market, and this has presented two things depending on what you are as an investor. For me, it presented opportunities to buy REITs, high quality REITs at discounted prices. For others, they wouldn't touch REITs with a 10-foot pole because they say real estate is a bad investment at this time because of the Federal Reserve hiking interest rates and keeping interest rates higher for longer. So for me, I'm still able to buy these shares because I know eventually the rates will probably fall. And until they do, I will be collecting a nice dividend until then. So I enjoy being a paper landlord. I think there's more benefits to it than actually owning physical real estate. I can sleep well at night. I don't have to worry about making the mortgage. I don't have to worry about the property taxes. I don't have to worry about paying for over costly repairs and things like that, especially since I don't even live in the United States. I live out here in the world. I've been working in the Middle East and now I'm living out here in Thailand. So I can't fly back to the United States every single other month to deal and check on my properties. Instead, I can leave my money invested with a REIT with responsible management that know, like, and love real estate. So this is why I think you guys should consider becoming a paper landlord, or if you don't have the money for a down payment, consider becoming a paper landlord. You might just save yourself thousands and thousands of dollars and sleepless nights and headaches upon headaches by just entertaining the thought of investing in REITs. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below in the comments. Are you investing in physical real estate, or do you prefer REITs, or do you have a mixture of both? I used to have a mixture of both. Now I moved a lot of my money into REITs. So I'd appreciate if you guys can give me a like, thumbs up, thumbs down, doesn't matter to me. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.